And we are live. Welcome back. Batch Content Day, episode 3. Hi, thanks for being here. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about what it means to master one thing, the story of LexRx. There's a massive lie amongst new entrepreneurs, especially in nursing, especially in aesthetics, that you're taught to believe. And that is to be successful, you have to offer everything under the sun. In nursing, just because we can doesn't mean we should. Like, you need to do lasers and facials and body contouring and fillers and neurotoxins. And especially in nursing, now you're adding on HRT, weight loss, um, everything, psych, uh, concierge this and mobile that. And we're going to get into today why that is just one option and there's plenty more. This do-it-all approach is the fastest way to burnout. You're experiencing this overwhelming debt and a brand that stands for nothing. Today, we're going to talk about the antidote. It's the single most powerful strategy for building a profitable, authoritative, scalable practice, mastering one thing and doing that exceptionally well. And there's no better case study on this planet right now than the story of LexRx. We're going to break it down. In here today, we'll learn about the mastery phase, how hyper-focusing on one service made them the undeniable authority. The leveraging phase, how they transformed that authority into a new industry standard. And the expansion phase, how mastery gave them the freedom to innovate with purpose. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Kimberly Madison, a doctorally prepared nurse practitioner and the founder of Mahogany Dermatology Nursing Education and Research, where we're committed to increasing access to dermatology nursing education with a specific emphasis on skin of color, business acumen, and digital fluency. We do this through two of our divisions. The first one is the Alliance of Cosmetic Nurse Practitioners, a professional membership for nurse practitioners who specialize in cosmetics and entrepreneurship, who want to have a business on the side or build their own empire. We just launched 2025 this summer, founded by an NP for NPs who want to take each other and keep each other in business. We pick up where your on-demand, weekend, or academic program leaves off because your first question is never your last question. And the need for that hand-holding, confidence-boosting, community support is unmatched. And so we provide that ongoing mentoring and coaching for you. Our approach is based on the 9 pillars of advanced practice nursing: patient care, professional well-being, professional development, financial literacy, research, policy, media, technology, and business. Yes, even in cosmetics. This means we provide you a concrete roadmap for real-world challenges you're going to face, whether you're navigating scope of practice, building a team, or launching your first offer, or positioning yourself as a key authority, because not everyone wants to have their own business, but they want to be able to offer value to our profession. The Alliance was built with you in mind. And the Alliance specifically refers to our partners, because we're not meant to do this alone. We are a community for a reason. And so we're not just here for nurse practitioners. We're here with our professionals in science, research, branding, law, media, and education. And what can you expect? Weekly live sessions where we answer your questions in real time and walk you through the things that you've been Googling your life away by yourself. We offer skin of color, basic anatomy, cosmetics, and skin of color so that we can all treat our patients, assess them, diagnose them, treat them, and evaluate them safely and confidently for ourselves, for the education that we provide our client, and for the people that we're training and bringing along with us. It's super important. And of course, we're going to help you ideas. So whether you're coming in with no idea and just passion, we can help you create an offer and take it from ideation to implementation. If you're already in practice and you've broken even, you're ready to scale, which means adding on more services or locations or a team, we can help you get there too. If you're already looking at retirement 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you want to be able to have a succession plan and you're not really into risk, you can't afford to grind, you want to have something that you can count on while you're still enjoying this part of your professional season. We're here to offer that community and support, because maybe someone in the Alliance, you can pass on this down, and everything that you've worked for, you can feel confident is going to continue to grow. That's the Alliance. The link is in the description box. You can go visit our beautiful new website and learn more about us, and you can join us and let us know if you have any questions in the meantime. Let's get into our prayer. We'll do some quick updates and then we'll jump into our case study and we'll talk all about LexRx, our friends out there in Boston. Boston is a really special place in my heart for a number of reasons, but it is where I was living when I decided to pursue nursing. And so it's just really special to even be able to talk about these girls, these ladies up there in Massachusetts. Okay, let's do our prayer. God, you desire a world that is marked by grace and mercy. Help me to be part of shaping the world by living a life that is pleasing to you. Please give me a heart that desires to be kind to others, not for show, but out of love for you and others. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, I can see me, I can hear me, I see you, but I don't see you. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're joining from and where you are in your journey. In the last episode, we talked about how much experience do you need before you can start your cosmetic business. So let me know. Are you in high school? Did you just get into nursing school? Are you practicing for your boards? And are you already in practice or already preparing to establish your LLC? I want to know. So LexRx was co-founded by two brilliant nurse practitioners, Alexa Costa, family nurse practitioner, and she's the co-founder and CEO, and Alexandra Rogers, another family nurse practitioner, board certified, and the COO or chief operating officer, and then CEO is chief executive officer. So let's do Alexa Costa. So Alexa Nichols Costa. She's a board certified nurse practitioner and the co-founder of LexRx and its educational partner, Inject with Lex. In 2015, she co-founded LexRx, which has since scaled to 5 brick and mortar locations across Massachusetts. Under her leadership, the practice has remained 100% founder-owned and cash flowed positive without outside investment, a testament to her strong business acumen and strategic vision. Alexa's entrepreneurial success is built upon a foundation of immense clinical expertise, including a tenure in plastic surgery at Massachusetts General Hospital, a place I did some volunteering, where she trained alongside the division chief. She further honed her high-level clinical skills as a nurse practitioner fellow in the prestigious Emergency Medicine Fellowship program through Brown Medical School. A true leader in the aesthetic industry, Alexa is dedicated to elevating the standard of education. She's a national faculty for Galderma's Gain Business Division and was the course director for the nation's first university-hosted injectables training program at Northeastern University. She continues to help scale these vital programs to other top-tier institutions, including Boston College. As a sought-after key opinion leader, Alexa is a frequent speaker at major conferences such as the Aesthetic Show and the American Med Spa Association's Med Spa Show. She earned her bachelor's in health science from Boston University and her BSN, or Bachelor of Science of Nursing, and Master's of Science in Nursing as a family nurse practitioner from Regis College, where she was honored with the Distinguished Masters of Nursing Excellence Award. Now, Alexandra Rogers, another family nurse practitioner, board certified, and co-founder of LexRx and its educational arm, Inject with Lex. She brings a wealth of clinical insight to her role, honed through extensive experience managing complex medical problems in both adult and pediatric urgent care at Harvard Vanguard Medical Associates. Her time spent managing her own urgent care clinic provided her with a deep understanding of practice operations and patient-centered care. This strong foundation in medicine has been instrumental in shaping her meticulous and trusted approach to aesthetic injectables. As co-founder, Alexandra is a recognized leader in raising the standard for injector training. She served as the lead injector for the nation's first university-hosted injectables program at Northeastern, where she was pivotal in developing the curriculum and training the next generation of providers. Her expertise as a key opinion leader is highly sought after in the industry, and she has been invited to speak at major conferences, including the Aesthetic Show, the American Med Spa Association's Med Spa Show. She approaches her work with a unique blend of creativity and diligence, passionate about empowering her clients and promoting their well-being through aesthetic medicine. And she earned her bachelor's in biostatistics from Emmanuel College, graduating magna cum laude, and received her BSN and MSN as a family nurse practitioner from Regis College. From day one, they made a critical decision. They did not try to be a full-service med spa. They focused exclusively on cosmetic injectables. Their menu, the LexRx lineup is a masterclass in branding and focus. And why is this so powerful? Because when you are the injectables only practice, you immediately become the specialist. In medicine, who gets the most respect and the highest fees? The specialist. By refusing to be a generalist, where you do a lot of things satisfactorily, you do one thing exceptionally well. If you need open heart surgery, you're not going to general surgery. You're going to go to a cardiothoracic surgeon. I could end this episode right now. It makes sense when you think about how overwhelming it is to be in business to transition into a specialty. What if you just honed in on one area, right? I talk about gaps all the time. You don't have to fix all the problems. Actually, no one is fixing all the problems because it's not possible. Pick your area and focus on that and do it exceptionally well. By refusing to be a generalist, they built a reputation for being the absolute best in their one thing. This built immense trust and a loyal client base that saw them as the only choice. And it made their messaging so easy so that people who had a problem, that were looking for a solution, it made it easy for those people to find them and to know that they were talking to them and that they were the person to solve their problem. This is where the story gets really strategic. Now, once LexRx became the undisputed authority on injectables in their market, right? They didn't just add on more services. They leveraged it. They leveraged that authority into a completely new venture. They partnered with Boston College, Connell School of Nursing to create the nation's first university-backed certification program for aesthetic injectables. Think about the power of that move. They went from being a clinic to being an educational institution. So when we talk about diversifying your income stream, when we talk about it personally, right? You get paid from an employer. You might have investments over here, investments in a brokerage account. You might have real estate. You might have a business. You might be investing in someone else's business. Those are diversified, right? So if you lose your job, you're still making money over here. If the housing market crashes, you're still making money over here. If the stock market crashes, you're still getting paid over there. That's what we mean by diversifying, right? Not having your eggs all in one basket. When it comes to your business, you don't want to just rely on patients who are undependable, and particularly in this economy where people are losing their job left and right. And so you have one arm where you're getting it from your patients. And those of you who are in practice where you have to deal with insurance, that can be a headache, right? So you can get your money in other places. Same skill set, but now you're using it to train you and me, right? Now they're doing that at Boston College. So we know the work of business is a lot. You can partner with someone who already has that reputation. I talked to you before. You don't know I exist, but you know Amazon exists. So if I put my book on Amazon, you're more likely to find me. You might not know they exist, but if you go to Boston College looking for courses, you get to ride on the tails of their marketing, their visibility, and their credibility immediately. Immediately. And of course, the housing, right? People have to come to a place to train. You don't have to be the expert in real estate. Just go where it already exists so you can take the fastest action the fastest. So they didn't have to convince people they were experts anymore. Boston College co-signed it, and they benefited from that. They keep each other in business. This is what happens when you're the master of your craft. You get to write the rules, right? We already know nursing. We know nursing shortage is an issue. So is nursing faculty and nursing preceptors. So Boston College also doesn't have the resources to add this on. Just bring someone who's already doing it, and let's figure out a way that makes this work for both of us. By the way, if you're already getting ideas about what your one thing could be, because this is just one way, I don't want you all to go run and do the same thing. Think about one thing you can master that's great for your market, right? Your market might not want to do injectables, right? So do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe button. It helps more NPs just like you and those who are aspiring to get into this business, because people every day are joining nursing just to do this. This is the only reason they're going to nursing school, is to get into cosmetics, which is heartbreaking because then a lot of you are leaving it within a year or two, or starting a business and shutting it down within a year or two. This will help them get crucial business training and access to information and exposure so that you're well informed to make a decision, just like we want our patients to be well informed when they make their decisions. So only after achieving mastery and leveraging it into a new standard did they begin to expand into a new direction, right? Figure out what you do that really well, and then move on to the next thing, right? It wasn't random. Co-founder Alexa Costa went through her own IVF journey and realized how stressful administering hormone injections was. She realized that her core competency, expertly and compassionately administering injections, could solve a completely different problem for a community she already had a relationship with. She started helping her own patients with their IVF injections free of charge. This act of service, born from her own experience and built on the trust she already established, has now evolved into a new business concept. This is the ultimate lesson. Mastery precedes expansion. When you are the best at one thing, you earn the right to innovate and the trust of your community to follow you into new ventures. That's that know, like, trust factor you hear me talk about all the time. And so with this one, let's talk about the different clients we have. We have warm leads and we have cold leads. She already had these clients. She was already treating them for one thing. That's a warm lead. You already have an established relationship. It's a lot easier to convert someone who's already paid you, who already trusts you, to do it again than to start from scratch, which is a cold lead. So now you have to convince them to know, like, and trust you, and then convince them to give you their money. It takes a lot longer, still doable, different strategy. But this is how you take the first action the fastest and then take that action, right? So we love this idea. I think I told you a few videos back, talk to the people you're already serving, ask them what other problem do they have that you could solve, and then find out how much would it be worth it, how much would it mean to you to have this problem solved? How much would you be willing to pay to have that problem solved? Then use that information and create something that's a solution. This is so powerful. I want you to let me know in the comments, what's one service or problem that you could become the absolute best at solving? What's your one thing? Okay. The key takeaway from today is don't build a diluted brand by trying to be everything to everyone. Build an empire by becoming everything to someone. Master your one thing, become the undeniable authority, and then you will have the freedom to change the game. We can even look at acne. We can look at hair loss. You can look at Botox, which we're going to do in the next episode when we look at the Starbucks model for Botox and a business model breakdown with Peachy. Let's say you just focused on Botox, right? So you inject Botox, you're studying it, you're talking about the history, the latest that's happening domestically, globally. You're talking about research, you're conducting research, you're talking about the results of that research, gaps in that research, how technology is involved, textbooks, training other people. It's on and on and on. The further you dig deep, the more and more you'll realize that you can talk about, and people will pay you for that, right? Whether it's training, webinars, conferences, in their business as consultants, advisors in research and development, clinical trials, the list goes on. You can really do one thing exceptionally well and be paid for that, as we've demonstrated to here today with LexRx. So you've mastered your service, or you will. What are you mastering? What about mastering your business model? And that's why I want you to come back for the next episode, and we'll talk about Peachy and analyze their brilliant subscription model. And you can find that in the Aesthetic NP and Entrepreneurs playlist if you're not able to join us live. For those of you who were able to join live, I want to thank you. I want to see your comments in the comments section. And I just thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.